Welcome to the, in chronological order of release, second Deus Ex game. Something we should note. The first Deus Ex came out in 2000. Its sequel, came out 3 years later on the Unreal Engine 2, which you'll see has a massive increase in level geometry, but also was designed with the original Xbox in mind. Which we'll see, for good or ill, the effects of that. Also, of note, this, much like Human Revolution, has a problem with multi-core processors. No, it wasn't Human Revolution that had that problem, it was Mankind Divided. Regardless, another Deus Ex game with a problem with multi-core processors. I am playing a heavily modified version of Invisible War. Specifically, graphically. For one, the original base game does not support modern resolutions. Also doesn't look this good. And has no windowed mode. Again, I didn't even tell the game to start. But this is the opening cutscene.
The infusion lab?
Evacuated.
Trainees?
Gave the order myself.
What did you tell them?
I told them to run.
That's all they need to hear until we reach Seattle.
Agreed.
Anything new on the terrorist?
He's in the city. No ID yet. Unclear whether we're the target.
An academic distinction if he really has a nanite detonator.
Scanning. Survey region clear.
The security bots have acquired the target. We're too late!
Helipad, let's go. Move! Did they destroy the whole city to get at us?
Our enemies aren't that desperate.
Perhaps we made a new enemy.
What if they already know about the Seattle facility?
We have other options.
We aren't equipped to fight a war.
We're going to change the terms of engagement. It's our war, not theirs. We don't need cities or armies. We have the cells of human bodies. An invisible weapon for an invisible war.
Well, and that's where the name comes from. I also don't remember that video being quite so heavily compressed, but apparently it is. And that's just... yeah, same compressed video. So, That's the start of Invisible War. And unlike the original Deus Ex, you can choose to be male or female, and you actually get a decent, I was going to say decent number, 3 skin colors of each. And then we have our choice of interface color. Just like the original Deus Ex, you have your choices. No good purple, though. And you've got our choices of, yay, how's it going? Your standard choices of difficulties. There's 4, just like the original Deus Ex did. Let's get into it. These are the screens we're going to be seeing a lot of. Now, as you can already tell, level geometry has taken a massive step up from the original Deus Ex. Unreal Engine 2 was a massive leap in just what you could do. Those are our new data cubes. And the new binoculars. Multiple levels of zoom. And birds. Even that's a massive step up. But like it said, this is our entire inventory. We've got items we can assign, 1 through 6, and a secondary set of inventory. That's all we get. Inventory size is much more limited, but fortunately every item is, in fact, only one item slot big. I will say the mods I've installed, specifically the resolution and look and visual upgrade mods, have improved the textures a lot. Also, one thing to note, like how Human Revolution and Mankind Divided have somewhat done it, all passwords are automatically completed. So it's not quite like that, but there's also no having to search through the constant backlog in your data vault to go, okay, what was that password? Again, primarily because this was mostly designed with the Xbox in mind.
Welcome, Alex. I see that you're awake.
Just trying to sleep off the chopper ride. What happened? The guards practically dragged me to the roof.
Let me introduce myself. Layla Nassif, director of the Tarsus Academy here in Seattle.
I've been moved to Seattle? What about Billy? Is she here too?
Alex, I'm afraid something happened in Chicago. A terrorist attack. We evacuated you and Billy just in time.
No one told me anything about an attack. How bad is it? I have friends in Chicago.
You don't want all the details in one dose, trust me. Why don't you come downstairs to meet the other trainees? Refer to the map you found at the facility. Billy Adams you know from Chicago. Check in with her in apartment 454 on your way down.
What was that noise?
Nothing to be concerned about. You have your assignment, Alex.
Now, Billy was the, no, not Xbox 360. Xbox. Like, original Xbox. Like, OG Xbox. And that'll... because this was 2003. Yeah, OG Xbox. Not even a 360 game. Another thing that the mod did the visual mod that I installed. Normally your eyes don't glow. But all the promotional art, all the box art, even that horribly compressed video at the beginning, all of that shows augmented people's eyes glowing. And even to some degree, the original Deus Ex did as well. So that's one of the upgrades, the visual upgrades I did, is augmented people's eyes glow now. Or at least the main cast does. Billy really wants to make sure we actually end up going to see her. Which, she's the one who jumped into that plane. At that helicopter at the beginning. And like I said, the level geometry is significantly more advanced. Like, we just got out of, we finished playing Deus Ex, the original, so this game is 3 years newer than that, and you definitely couldn't get this level of detail in the Unreal Engine if you were not trying very hard.
Tarsus will be operating as a closed campus. Please remain in the main complex.
Can still toss and throw things. But yeah. We are apparently Alex D, whatever that last name means.
Self-study will last only until the top of the hour.
And we're apparently student at Tarsus Academy. This game takes place approximately 20 years after the original Deus Ex concluded. Which means what ending happened? Well, I'd say technology is still around, and since they're talking... Oh, what's this game about? Oh, that's a hard one. The original Deus Ex was a game that delved into conspiracy theories and human augmentation and potential transhumanism. Not even potential transhumanism. And the problems of a shadow government running everything. This game takes place 20 years after that, where the endings of the original game were you kill everything on the internet, thus throwing all technology out of whack and into a dark age of humanity. You merge with an artificial intelligence, creating essentially God.
Please remain in the main
A God from a machine, quite literally, because everything is connected. Or you join the Illuminati and rule everything from the background. Those were the three endings of Deus Ex. This takes place 20 years afterwards, and I'd say technology hasn't
self-study will last only until the top of the hour.
Collapsed to the point of complete abandonment of technology. Though clearly something is in fact going on.
Until our security assessment changes, Tarsus will be operating as a closed campus.
Because in the intro movie, they talked about a nanite detonator, so clearly technology has not regressed completely. Although, this talks about the collapse. Upper Seattle and Lower Seattle. They definitely took inspiration when they were designing Human Revolution. What was that one
Attention
map?
trainees. Self-study will last only until the top of the hour.
Another thing that this game does in particular that is potentially controversial. Oh, it's definitely a really good series, and it is cyberpunk as cyberpunk can be. We are an augmented individual with nanotechnology. And there's a lot.
Until our security assessment changes, Tarsus will be operating as a closed campus.
It's a very good series that sadly ended a very ignominious death. The most recent game that came out, Mankind Divided, was the second of a trilogy that never got completed. Mostly because,
Attention trainees. Self-study will last only until the top of the hour.
Eidos Montreal, which was the developers of that series, got sold off to Embracer Group. As did I believe they got sold off. Yeah, Square Enix sold them off. Because they were one of the Western developers.
Until our security assessment changes.
Cyberpunk stream's likely going to happen. Path of Exile, that's not. But yeah, they sold off Eidos Montreal, which were the developers, along with the IP to Embracer Group. And then Embracer Group had its financial problems and shut down basically everything involving that.
Really dead, isn't he?
What happened?
Mike and I, we've worked here for years. Usually nothing makes it past the turrets.
Do you know what's going on? Dr. Nassif acted like nothing's wrong.
I'm sure SSC will be sending help any minute now.
Until our security assessment changes, Tarsus will be operating as a closed campus. Please remain in the main complex.
Yeah, who's there?
It's me, Alex.
Finally, it's about time you woke up. Come on in. We've got to talk about what's been going on around here.
Yeah, Cyberpunk's going to be an amazing one.
I take it you heard the disturbance.
Any idea what's going on around here?
Trainees.
This Dr. Nassif is telling me to ignore what sounded like an explosion, and I just saw a man killed in the hallway.
I tried to get answers out of Dr. Nassif, but all she'd give me is the elevator code. It's 28901 if you need it. I don't know what's going on, but it's clear we're not safe. We don't know anyone here, so we'd better watch each other's back.
Thanks. I guess I should meet our hostess here already. Not much else I can do. Maybe I can get some better answers in person. You coming?
No, not yet. I've got things to do.
So yeah, that's Billy. She's clearly already augmented and very capable. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of Cyberpunk, so yeah, I know little bits, but enough to be blind enough. So yeah, that'll be good. And as a fan of the Cyberpunk aesthetic, I'll say this and the original Deus Ex probably.
Until our security assessment changes, Tarsus will be operating as a closed campus.
Oh, I don't doubt it. But yeah, this and the original Deus Ex is probably what really started my love of science fiction and cyberpunk in particular. Because that is a cyberpunk design. That really is. And Invisible War really ties much more heavily into that kind of aesthetic. For example, that is a security camera. Well, actually, I think that's just the projector, but regardless. Projected holograms.
Until our security assessment changes, Tarsus will be operating as a closed campus.
Alerts.
Please remain
Cleaner
in the
bot
complex.
present.
Also, the best cleaner bot. Detroit Become Human, I think it is, yeah. I've heard a lot about that one.
Greetings.
But also, the best cleaner bot. He talks to you.
Attention
Be
trainees.
advised,
Self-study
cleaner
will
bots
last
in
only until the top
operation.
of the hour.
Best cleaner bot.
Breaking news. The city of Chicago is under attack. We've only just received the first reports, so little is clear at this point. It is known that the city is suffering from some sort of disintegrative explosion. Nanotech is suspected. An excessively
Until
high
our security
mortality rate is
assessment
expected.
changes, Tarsus will
As
be
we saw in the
operating
beginning.
as a
Taking
Please
responsibility
remain
for
in
the
the
attack.
complex.
When you
In the
drink
beginning
a cup of
movie.
coffee, you drink Pequods, because Pequods is a pioneer of the new economy. Efficient, modern, clean. Pequods is on the cutting edge of nutrition. And
Yes,
vitamins.
Pequods.
Our coffee will whiten your teeth and protect against ulcers. Pequods, coffee
Attention
for your
trainees.
kind of world.
Self-study will last only until the top of
Yes,
the hour.
coffee that is good for you. That cleans your teeth. Protects you against stomach ulcers and all sorts of other shenanigans.
Hi, this is Clara. Sorry I'm not in my quarters right now. I'm probably on the lower level for training. But thanks for stopping by.
Until our
So
security
Clara,
assessment changes,
I'm going to assume
process will
that's
be
probably
operating
one of the
closed
other
cabins.
candidates.
Please remain in
Someone,
the main
or at least one of the
complex.
other people.
You looking for me, huh? You looking for Leo Jankowski? I'm probably in the rec area working out or already on a plane for Horde RCP Special Security Division. And I bet you wish it was you, huh, plebe?
And Leo. He sounds like he's going to be a
Attention
pain in the
trainees.
neck.
Self-study will last only until the top of the hour.
What's going on? I saw one of your troopers killed.
All part of SSC duties. I can't comment except to say the situation will be under control shortly.
What do you mean, no comment? I saw a man die.
Move along. I know you have your orders and I have mine. Now let me do my job.
I've got just as much training as you do, if not more.
Until
Why don't
our
you let me
security
help out?
assessment changes,
Why don't you keep your mouth
process will be
shut and just
operating
stay out of
closed cabins.
SSC's way?
Please remain in the main complex.
Now, one of the changes from the original Deus Ex to Invisible War is weapons no longer have their own distinctive ammo. There's one shared ammunition pool,
Self-study will last only until the top of the hour.
and that is, for good or ill, a decision. By the way, that was one of the maps. We get a loading screen between every map. This is why... And we're going to see that Steam pop up every time. Because the loading screens are their own separate... The base process... We're going to get a little technical as to why this game does what it does. You'll probably see my background flash up every time before a loading screen. Most games run in one process. Oh yeah. This is why everything's so detailed. For 2003. Most games run in a single process. And they load levels in through that process. What Invisible War does is it has a background process that is the game. But that's not what you play. Every time we get a loading screen and it flashes down to the desktop and then back up, that's the background process, which is the base game loading the next level and launching that application. Every map is one of those, and every map is very small. Again, designed for the original Xbox, which had very little memory, unlike PCs of the time. Granted, the game looks very good for the time, and I'd say most of the models are even better looking than most other things you would see at the time. But there are sacrifices to be made. After all, let's not forget, Halo was built for the original Xbox. And those levels are much larger, don't have the constant loading screen problems, although I must say the NPCs in Deus Ex Invisible War are more detailed than what you'd find in Halo. So it was a sacrifice they were willing to make. Does it pay off? Well, we'll have to see.
I know what you must be thinking. Don't worry, this won't be a repeat of Chicago.
The facility's under attack. By who?
No one, just an isolated incident. Listen, we want the trainees to stay in the rec area. You'll be safe down here.
Doctor, we have a code yellow.
Hello, Stan. Are you sure?
One of the guards turned up dead.
I'll be right there. You'd better introduce yourself to the others. Clara's just down the hall and Leo's running laps around the track.
What's going on? I have a right to know if I'm in danger.
You'll be safe in the rec area. Go, Alex. I don't have time to debrief every one of the trainees.
So yeah, the Academy is under attack. Very clearly, but she doesn't want to tell anyone. An absolute shame. So clearly, there's been a collapse, so civilization did not handle whatever happened directly after Deus Ex well. But technology has not fully collapsed, and in fact seems to have recovered pretty well in the last 20 years. Technology is fine. Augmentation appears to be pretty decent. And who are you?
Hello there, you must be Alex. I'm Clara Sparks.
Hi, what's going on?
Clara.
This facility is under attack.
Probably just more demolition. That's Upper Seattle, you know, always growing. We hear it all the time. Hey, you must be overwhelmed. I mean, Chicago, the whole city. Was your family from there?
My foster parents.
Your parents? Oh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. If I can do anything to make you feel more at home, let me know.
And that's Clara. Very upbeat, very chipper, just by default. Not a terrible person. But I do like... She's a much better person than,
So,
Leo.
They let the Chicago transfers out of their cages. You're looking at Leo Jankowski. You train here now, so I guess you can call me Leo.
Alex, I just talked to Dr. Received. Know anything about a Code Yellow emergency? A security guard has been murdered.
Would I be running if there was an emergency? Me? You never heard the name Leo Jankowski in Chicago?
No, we had not.
Right, Jankowski. It's great to finally meet you.
Well, don't be intimidated by my ranking. I make a point of treating every team member as an equal.
Thanks.
Tough break about Chicago. I think everyone will understand if you want to take it easy these first few days.
I appreciate that. Listen, I'm serious. You didn't hear the explosions? I saw a guard killed right in front of me in the apartment level.
Probably staged. A test for the new transfers. They rewrote the exercises because of my performance. If there was trouble, they'd notify me immediately.
The guard was dead. I'm sure of it.
Better look again. They did the same thing to me during summer recon. I got a perfect score because I kept my cool.
Sounds like you're in this for the adventure.
Why'd you sign up? Money?
My foster parents enrolled me at a Tarsus middle school. I never thought about it much.
An orphan? You were pretty pampered for an orphan. Why not be a banker or something?
I grew up in old Chicago, not some cozy enclave. My parents made it clear I was going to have to make it on my own. When I got picked for the covert ops program, I figured, what the hell?
What the hell? What kind of assignment do you expect with that attitude?
A risky one, with a big salary.
Let me finish my run.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
Facility is under attack. Alex, please get the med kit and the multi-tools from your equipment locker next to the basketball court. Just a precaution.
Dr. Nasif, please report to A7.
Well, clearly that, is not a drill.
I hope it's nothing serious. Maybe it's just a drill.
There's been a severe security breach.
I bet it is a drill, some kind of test.
Well, they seem to be taking it very
Please report to A7.
casually. You can throw trash bins.
Red alert. There has been a severe security breach.
Get your equipment. I'll watch your back. Dr. Nasif, please report to A17.
Yeah, lockers around here somewhere.
Red alert. There has been a severe security breach.
Ah, here we are. And we have our first option. First things we get. Gun. Pistol in particular.
The order. Religious fanatics. Their exact objective is unclear. All trainees will evacuate the facility immediately. Use the elevator in my office.
Pistol. But we also have a baton. Let's rearrange these. There we go. And as you can see, that is the number of clips on the left side and total ammunition. No, total bullets are on the left. reserve ammo is in the middle. It is very weird. It's a very weird system. And we just get a punch baton. And there are, in fact, things we can, in fact, grab. But multi-tool. Multi-tools have returned. And multi-tools are now both regular hacking things for getting past key cards and key codes, and they're also lockpicks. So they're both. We only have one. But I think we'll be fine if we just ignore that for now.
Trouble. I spotted a seeker coming our way. Look, there's no reason for me to drag a trainee into a firefight. Why don't you try to slip out before I start shooting?
Sounds like a good way to become a target.
Not if you're careful. Just stick to the shadows, crouch, and move slowly. You'll come through just fine.
Warning, autonomous security systems have been compromised.
Don't be ridiculous. We can handle one order seeker.
Those are pretty big words for a rookie. Go ahead, you first. I'll bring up the rear.
Intruders are storming the facility. Evacuate immediately.
And this is more of a tutorial than Deus Ex ever gave.
Warning, autonomous security systems have been compromised.
Must have got the message.
This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. Intruders are storming the facility. Evacuate immediately.
You will stop. Just wait till it's your turn.
That's over.
Autonomous security systems have been compromised.
Well, that was not our desire to kill him. But that wasn't us that killed him,
This
so...
is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. Intruders are storming the facility. Evacuate immediately.
Ah, EMP grenades. One of the annoying things, however... No reason to hold on to multiple guns.
Warning, autonomous security systems have been compromised.
Thanks for the help. I guess they weren't kidding
This is
about
not
you
a
Tarsus
drill.
recruits.
I repeat, this is not a drill. Intruders are storming the facility. Evacuate immediately.
So, the Order, whatever they are,
Warning, autonomous security systems
apparently
have been
the ones
compromised.
causing problems. That
This
was
is
Billy.
not a
We
drill.
just
I repeat, this is not a drill.
Billy just came
What are
down.
you doing? We all got the same orders. Get out of the facility through Nassif's office.
Forget that. How do you know they won't just cut us loose, given all this trouble at their facilities?
Warning,
Grab what you can
autonomous
now.
security
Get your
systems have
biomods
been
installed.
compromised.
Tarsus owes us that much. I got mine, and they're worth the trouble.
How? The facility's being locked down and evacuated.
This is not
We're
a
back
drill.
to your
I
apartment.
repeat,
You'll
this
be
is
able to get
not
to the
a drill.
biomod lab through a breach the Order made in the
Intruders are storming the
residential area.
facility. Evacuate
Wait,
immediately.
you know what's going on?
The Order contacted me in Chicago and told me how to uncover Tarsus's treachery. We're not
Warning,
trainees,
autonomous
we're
security
test
systems
subjects.
have been
Finding out I've
compromised.
been used like that, I don't feel so bad about disobeying orders.
But where does the Order fit into all this? I
This
thought
is
they
not
were
a
a
drill.
world church,
I
not
repeat,
private
this is
investigators.
not a drill.
I need to know more before I start making
Intruders are
decisions.
storming the
The Order
facility.
believes in
Evacuate
natural
immediately.
balance, and they see Tarsus's operations as a violation of that. It's impossible to live a balanced life if your actions are
Warning,
secretly
autonomous
manipulated by a
security
lab with its
systems
own
have been
agenda.
compromised.
Now you have a chance to see the real Tarsus. Explore the facility, starting with your apartment.
This is not a drill. I repeat,
So,
this is not a drill.
Billy
Intruders are storming the facility.
has
Evacuate immediately.
essentially turned turncoat on us. Also,
Warning,
apparently the
autonomous
Order
security
is
systems
a
have been
world
compromised.
church. An unusual development. For certain.
If you want to avoid confrontations in the hall, you can crawl through a vent shaft I found earlier. It connects Clara's and Leo's apartment. Enter the apartment on your immediate left to get to it.
Stun prod. Flash bomb.
Our seekers are securing the building on foot, and we have reprogrammed your security systems to neutralize threats to our cause.
So, the stun prod. I believe this does use ammunition. Flash bomb is a blinding. EMP is an EMP. That is for... Food is food. Food just gets condensed into this candy bar, even though half of it is not that. Yeah, the stun prod. This is pretty close to what the stun prod was like in the original Deus Ex. A little less fancy, but such is the way.
There's a seeker down there. Guess I gotta take him down.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Cover me when I charge him? I mean, I can handle it by myself. It's just that in training, we always had backup.
Order be praised. May Her Holiness watch over.
Sure, I've got your back.
All right, let's go.
Said there's a seeker.
Tough break, dude. It'll take more than that.
We are now in control of this facility.
Oh, that was easy. Always grab the ammo clips.
Our seekers are
Thanks a million. No telling what it was
we
going
have
to do next.
reprogrammed your security systems to neutralize threats to our cause.
And of course, this poor cleaner robot has to clean up all this mess. Fred.
To rescue you from an inhumane scientific experiment. Hear us. You have been brainwashed. Reject Tarsus and the tyrants who established it.
Yeah, this has definitely seen better days.
May Her Holiness watch over and guide you.
Vents are still fortunately a thing. And are everywhere.
This is the order.
Multiple multi-tools, though. There's mail here, though. Wonder what's up with that.
You will each be interviewed individually in the near future to determine your interests and how they position you within the company. Please keep in mind how important security has become. We are looking for assurances that moving you into these new positions is the right thing at this time. No one has yet claimed responsibility for the attack on Chicago. We don't know with any certainty whether it was an accident, an ideological strike against the WTO enclave there, or something else. Fortunately, we were able to evacuate the trainees there. They will be joining us at this location and you will be meeting them shortly. We appreciate your patience during this stressful period. You will each be interviewed individually in the near future to determine your interests and how they position you within the company.
Oh, concussion
Please
grenade.
keep in mind how important
That's
security
good.
has become. We are looking for assurances that moving you into these new positions...
This is the order.
So,
we are now in control of this
we're
facility.
basically employees of Tarsus, but not really. It's really kind of unusual.
Our seekers are securing the building on foot. We have reprogrammed your security systems to neutralize threats to our cause.
Also, don't think there's a... That's a EMP grenade. Those are good to have.
Humane scientific experiment. Hear us. You have been brainwashed. Reject Tarsus and the tyrants who established it.
Now, there were the other two.
Order be praised. May Her Holiness
No,
watch
I
over
think
and
we'll
guide
be
you.
fine.
This is the order. We are now in control of this facility. Power.
That's one of the subjects.
Shh, the sound barrier.
Not just a sound barrier. He can see us.
What do you think he'll do?
Which one is it?
D03.
I didn't get a chance to read the file.
D03.
Security grid malfunction. We're fine right here.
Let's hope he has a sense of humor.
That is if you remember the end of Deus Ex, that is very specific.
Scientific experiment. Hear us. You have been brainwashed. Reject Tarsus and the tyrants who established it. Holiness, watch over and guide you.
However, it does have a nice climbing system that Deus Ex definitely did not have. Also, another map. I'm always, whenever I play this game, shocked and amazed at how small these maps are.
This is the order. We are now in control of this facility.
You've already seen the lab, so I guess it won't hurt anything for you to install a few biomods. You'll be needing them. The canisters will transfer seed populations of nanites into subregions of your body. You will need to configure each subpopulation for a specific skill. For instance, the actin drivers in your legs can either increase your speed or quiet your footsteps, not both.
It's a little late for a seminar on my biomod architecture.
The Tarsus program may be unconventional, but trust me, we take care of our trainees.
The people attacking Tarsus, are they the ones responsible for Chicago? What's going on?
The Order is an intolerant cult. They hate multinational corporations and the private security forces that protect them.
Which means me.
Exactly. But I don't think they were involved with Chicago. They're a worldwide organization, not a band of terrorists.
Doesn't look that way to me.
Many organizations would like to see us fail. That's perhaps all I should say for now.
Why should I trust someone who spies on me in my own apartment?
We keep our operations secret for a reason, Alex. Don't expect a full debriefing while you're still in danger of being captured. Now install your biomods and get out of there.
Now, there are, in fact, well, here we go. There are multiple classifications of mods. Legal and the illegal mods. And there are exactly 5 categories to install them in.
Our secrets are securing the building.
And there's both active and passives. And each of the 5 categories in the legal ones has these categories. One of the annoying things, I must say, is that regeneration shares the exact same implant as hacking. No, Cloak shares the same as that. Regardless, they give us 3 to choose from. Light is standard. This always exists. And we have our choices. Now, there are upgrades. There are upgrade levels to these mods. However, once you make a choice, you can always change it. Some of these are just really good. Like, you might think bot domination be good, because that lets you, you know, dominate robots, which is, you know, occasionally useful, but probably less so than you think. And the leg biomods, I really have not had that much use for them. Thermal masking is used for, is much like the radar blocking of the original Deus Ex. It lets you avoid robots and cameras. The one that gets me is that cloak and hacking of computers share the exact same slot. And not being having to choose between being invisible, which, by the way, absolutely breaks a lot of things, or being able to hack things is just, it's a tough choice. And this is the primary difference as to what separates Deus Ex Invisible War from the original Deus Ex. While you had similar choices, level of choices, while you had a similar limitation of choices in the original Deus Ex, you also had your skills, which allowed you to build out what kind of character you want. Now everything's been simplified into 5 categories. There are no skills, which means weapons are as effective as they're always going to be, among other things, plus you're proficient in everything. It is one of the most divisive choices, and something they thankfully did not do with Human Revolution and Mankind Divided when those finally came out. Now, I will say, there are things Invisible War does better than Deus Ex. For example, it is a much more branching of a storyline with your choices, with being able to choose what paths and missions and factions to align with. That is a significant improvement over Deus Ex, and something a lot of games don't have that. Anyway, cloak. Cloak. Basic cloak. And a regen. Those are 2, honestly, really good ones. Honestly, of these ones, strength.
Well done. Enjoy. Even though they run on normal energy cells, your systems are far more efficient than the standard Piezochem architecture. Now get down to the street. The elevator on this level uses the lab's general access code.
You have been brainwashed. Reject Tarsus and the tyrants who established it.
And this is our basic light. Regen. Fortunately stops itself when full. And strength is just passive. Passive biomods are always good to have.
We are now in control of this facility.
Hello, scientist.
The terrorists reprogrammed our security, and that turret up there means business. So we're trapped because the order's out there, taking down scientists.
There's got to be some way to outsmart a camera.
If you can sneak past the camera, or take it out with EMP, you'll be fine. As soon as that camera catches sight of a target, the turret opens fire.
Sounds easy enough. Do you want to follow me through?
I'm not willing to take that risk, but you guys are trained for that sort of thing. I'm just supposed to be quietly observing students and taking notes from behind the glass. Hopefully backup will show up soon and rescue me, but you don't have that luxury. You cannot let yourself be captured.
Okay, have it your way.
She has a valid point.
Trust me, Tarsus has a strict policy against voyeuristic behavior by our researchers. Your living quarters were observed only to ensure that our graduates show no behavioral abnormalities after the biomod infusion procedure.
And granted, biomod infusion definitely has its consequences. As we saw in Deus Ex, in the wrong hands, these types of powers can be problematic.
Programmed your security systems to neutralize threats to our cause.
There are a couple of ways we can handle this.
Seekers closing in, and our own security system turned against us. We're trapped.
We could have also blown it up with this barrel.
This is the order. We are now in control of this facility.
You must be the captain who goes down with the ship.
In a manner of speaking. We won't hand our research over to fanatics, not without a fight.
Something's happening. Another squad of terrorists.
Where?
Right below us. They're going through the apartments.
You sure you're gonna stay and fight?
If our enemies capture this facility, they'll learn how you were made. Stand by us, Alex. You're the one with combat training. Maybe you could handle the intruders before they reach my companion and me.
Is this entire facility for studying us, the trainees? Was I under the microscope in Chicago, too?
Biomodification is more involved than you might imagine, Alex. This facility was for your protection.
You know my name.
I better know a lot more than that if my code is going to be regulating protein synthesis in the cells of your body.
He has a valid point. Oh, that other scientist, she did not make it.
A bot down? I wonder what's going on. Shot!
Focus now, I am ready. Just wait till it's your turn.
Well, that worked.
We are here to rescue you from an inhumane scientific experiment. Hear us.
We knocked him unconscious. That stun prod is a lot slower.
Right now.
That is a lot slower than what it was in the original Deus Ex, but it functions.
Well done, Alex D. I just read in your file that of all the trainees, Dr. Nassif picks you as the most likely to support our objectives. She appears to have been right.
When do I find out what this program is all about?
Yeah, we have been kept in the dark as to what Tarsus
No
is.
longer protect ourselves in North America.
So the research is happening all over the world?
First, let's get you out of here. I can't offer you much, but I was just repairing this silencer for Leo. Maybe you could make use of it.
Thanks.
That should fit most firearms. Good luck. Be careful of our turrets and alarms. The terrorists have reprogrammed them.
Systems to neutralize threats to our cause.
And a weapon mod. There are many mods that can be applied to guns. Including the ability to shoot EMP ammunition. Or fragmentary rounds. This is perhaps the only reason the game lets you carry multiple types of weapons. Is because you can equip different mods on different weapons. It's a little bit silly, but that is the case.
The Order reprogrammed our security system. We're stuck here unless...
What's it do? Trip an alarm?
Are you kidding? This is a top secret lab. Those are gold beams. They're set up to flatline a person in about a quarter second.
Is there another way out?
I guess this room might have a ceiling vent or something, but that won't do me any good. I'm claustrophobic. If you've got a multi-tool, you might try hacking the control panel next to the beams, or disable it with an EMP weapon, or something else that might work. Just blow the whole thing up with a grenade. It's red beams that trip alarms, and green ones that trigger gas bombs.
Ah, so he does in fact tell you the different types. Was it popular? It was decently popular. I wouldn't say it was extremely popular. It did, sadly, not get a sequel for like, oh, when did Human Revolution come out? It must have been 2012, 2013. So it was popular. It was a popular enough game to get a sequel. The original Deus Ex was, but this basically killed the franchise until Human Revolution came out, like 10 years later. 4 multi-tools. That is a black market biocanister. A black market kit biomod. Oh, I old games have never been a problem for me. Oh, I love Dead Space. I haven't played Dead Space in a long time. Now, out of our current choices, this is the problem with the current build. I like the ability to cloak. That has proven to be very, very handy in a somewhat stealth-based game where you can approach things stealthily. But that shares a slot with hacking. Honestly, I think the EMP is probably the best option. So now we can just punch things electronically. And they weren't joking about EMPing them away. Now that we have EMP in our fists, we can just punch them away. Or we could have taken the vent. That's a friend bot, I believe. I believe that's a health bot. Yep, med bot. Automatic health bot. And if we had a higher jump, I believe... Oh no, we could just jump up here. There's not a lot in there. Looks like some credits, maybe. Yep, some credits. It's good to have. Money is always a good thing. Spider robots. Spider robots apparently crashed the game. Well, that's actually disappointing. Either that or that was the multi-core system finally breaking. Oh, we're way back here. Ah. It's entirely possible that that robot is what broke it. In which case, we just don't melee them. Because I'm fairly certain we could, in fact... I'm fairly certain we could just shoot the robots.
You must be the captain.
In a manner of...
Something's happened. Where? Right below us.
You sure you're gonna...
If our enemies capture this...
Yes, I heard you.
You know...
I better know a lot...
For the order!
Is this enough?
You want a piece of me? Ugh. I'm not finished.
Securing the building on foot. We have reprogrammed
Oh,
your security
I don't think,
systems to neutralize
You're
threats
gone.
to our cause.
Where is he?
Oh, I felt that one.
I got it. It'll take more than that. Ah.
Oh, I think that worked.
Well done, Alex D. I just read it.
What do I find?
When we have you safe.
So the reason.
First, let's get you out of here.
Thanks.
That should fit most fire.
Well, one of the scientists died. Not much we could do about that.
Reprogrammed our
What's it do?
Are you kidding?
Is there another?
I guess this room might have a ceiling vent or something. It's red beams that trip alarms, and green ones that trigger gas bombs.
Yeah, that's an absolute shame that one of them had to die, but that's not a huge deal. I've mostly been putzing around very slowly.
The colored light is holographic in nature, just a way to intimidate intruders. The laser beams themselves are invisible.
We'll find out shortly whether or not the
I was on my way out when they hacked the security.
the robots can be punched or not. Let's add in our electrostatic discharge. And see whether or not we can punch out a bot or not. Spider bot. In fact, we can in fact punch out bots.
Threat lost. Anomaly detected.
We're on to you now.
They may have seen,
Keep this zone secure.
but they do not know.
I've got to get repairs. We've got a target taking flight.
Target leaving zone.
Must be cloaking.
Turn back. Unauthorized personnel presumed to be hostile.
Nasty turret.
Enemy returned. Beware. Updated security in place. Turn back. Unauthorized personnel presumed to be hostile. This area is protected.
Free multi-tool. Oh, that's another spider bot.
The violator is advised to leave immediately.
Now, one of the annoying things, honestly, about Invisible War is that security doesn't reset like you would expect.
This area is protected.
For example, that bloody camera is going to be aggressive forever.
Beware. Automated security
Just because we punched out a camera.
Target leaving zone. The violator is advised to leave immediately.
It's a very, very upset turret. Very, very upset turret.
The order is with you. Go. You're free.
Who are you?
I'm Lin Mei-Chen, High Augur to Her Holiness. We can't protect you in Upper Seattle. You will have to come to our church, then we can talk more.
Protect me from who?
Dr. Nassif, she will try to recapture you.
No one forced me into the covert ops program.
That's because you never tried to leave. Believe me, you would have been killed the second you let down those scientists. The ones posted around your bedroom back there.
The only killers I've seen so far are your order troopers.
I apologize. My overzealous captain disobeyed orders. He was instructed to mount a rescue.
You can't control your own people?
The church suffers from certain internal disputes. I can explain more later. Hurry, Alex. You'll find us in the old Hartford turbine factory in Lower Seattle.
So, we have successfully left Tarsus to Upper Seattle. They're now in Upper Seattle. Let me see if there is a quick save button. There is! Oh, that is good to know. F10 and F12. Okay, that works. Let me out. There's no wrong path. And there are, in fact, 4 endings to this game.
Sir, that's close enough. Do not approach the checkpoint.
What's going on? Why am I the one being questioned? I just escaped from a raid on Tarsus.
Let the WTO handle this disturbance. Just answer my questions.
The World Trade Organization.
All non-enclave workers must leave the area until security can be restored.
That's one of them.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Okay, you can pass, but you're instructed to report immediately to Chief Morgan at the WTO air terminal.
Something wrong?
Just move along so we can seal off the area.
You'll be safe in the WTO enclave. Whatever you do, don't go down the inclinator into Lower Seattle. The Order terrorists are strong there.
So, we have multiple goals. We could report to the WTO, or go see the Order. These are our choices. Go see the World Trade Organization?
We've gotten past the checkpoint. Good. Now forget everything those troopers just said. I trust the WTO about as much as I now trust Tarsus. If you need further proof of the program's duplicity, you should stop by Nassif's apartment. I got the address when I broke into her office. Apartment 2224, Emerald Suites. I'm transmitting a map of the complex to you now.
And now we've got Billy's option as well. That's a secondary goal, not a huge one. Hello, bot.
Get out of Upper Seattle while you can. The WTO could decide to arrest you at any moment. You can reach the lower districts via the inclinator at the northwest corner of the enclave.
So the inclinator's over there. The coffee shop's over there. A metro station and a nightclub are up above.
Citizens, we have been accused of over-engineering our economy. Well, this is the legacy we inherited from J.C. Denton. J.C. Denton, the solitary criminal mind that precipitated the Great Collapse and showed us just how fragile the old system was. But how, you ask? Just a rumor, you say? No, My investigators have uncovered proof underground at Area 51 that he was not working for the United Nations, and in fact that there never was a global terror network. He acted alone. Even the recent Chicago disaster pales in comparison to his crimes. Trust the WTO's cautious policies. They protect civilization from madness itself.
So J.C. Denton is known about. And he brought about a societal collapse. Well, that's
Every day I hear more rumors in the media. Order fanatics want to destroy the Enclave system.
I don't think I know you.
No, my good sir, you do not.
Why the necessity for an Enclave, I am often asked? Why a barrier between Upper and Lower Seattle? Citizens...
How many hours in this game? 40 to 50? That's, I'd say, pretty close to about accurate. I'd say that's about 40 or 50 hours. This is less of an RPG and much more along the lines of a slower first-person shooter than anything else.
They call themselves the Knights Templar and claim to be descended from Hugh de Pen and the Temple of Solomon.
And apparently the Knights Templars are back as well.
Augmented and genetically engineered humans is a war against infidels. If the human body is a secret,
anti-augmentation.
no organization has burned more scripture than the Templars. Stop the hate. Report all Templar activity before it's too late for your community. Cash reward for information leading to the identification of Templar high priests.
My business plan didn't have a column for acts of terror. Kind of messes with the Pequotino price point. That bad? I charge almost double compared to Queequeg's coffee in Lower Seattle. Why?
Queequeg's.
Terrorism, taxes, rent.
Rent, I hear you. The WTO shouldn't ration construction permits.
You're telling me. I know a guy who works at Symmetria. He says nanoformers could rebuild all of Seattle in about 5 years.
It's a shame.
Pequods.
To hell with an economic shock. People want the new cities and they want them now.
Pequods, eh?
Business is a little slow because of the terrorist attack down the block.
Could be. Clive here was just telling me about it. Tarsus Academy, right? Usually the order goes after the Inclinator.
Business is always about the same, since you asked. That's what I was saying. You can barely make a profit up here because of the high rent.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to pull so much volume if I had a branch in Lower Seattle. What's it to you?
Just curious. The Pequods in my hometown was always packed.
Personally, I think it's about time Lower Seattle, Queequeg's Coffee in particular, got their own taste of terror.
I hear you. Have something specific in mind?
Not that I'd want to see anyone get hurt, but I'd pay to see someone break in and set fire to their inventory of coffee beans.
Nice.
That's arson.
Very perceptive. You look like one of those Tarsus kids who hang around.
Well, I am a Tarsus kid.
Job, maybe just lob a grenade in there or something. Interested in a little adventure?
I'd have to think about it.
The Queequeg's manager lives in apartment 21 of the Heron's Loft building. I bet you could find the code to the shop there. Careful, though. He's always loafing around at home, since he doesn't have to do the 24-hour shtick like us.
So we have our options. We could get involved in the coffee war. It's not a bad idea, maybe. Coffee. Always grab the multi-tools, since they're never hurt. You can never have too many multi-tools. Well, we've seen the coffee shop. Willing to bet metro station's where the WTO
Seek a
is.
higher path. Seek order. Join us for worship at the Hartford Turbine Factory in Lower Seattle. All are welcome.
Trying to brainwash more mercenaries?
How do you mean?
I'm talking about the attack on Tarsus. Is that what you do when people won't listen to your sermons? You murder them?
Brother Lamar spoke to me when he entered the Enclave. He and his seekers are sworn followers of Her Holiness. They would raise their hands in battle only if provoked.
Unfortunately, that is not what happened. However, our options here are being horribly aggressive to the point of straight up threatening murder, being dismissive of what happened at Tarsus, which is just ridiculous to do, or just dismiss her outright. I mean, and realistically,
Go back to preaching your nonsense. I have no time for this.
May Her Holiness watch over you.
we are not
Lost
interested.
Like you, mindlessly consuming. You've always felt something was missing. Join the Order and let Her Holiness help you find it.
Ah, there's the Emerald Suites.
Your life is out of balance.
That
too
is where-
focused on objects and acquisition. Shed the fear and greed.
That's
that
where
drives
Nassif's
you.
apartment is. Which, yes, is another entire map.
Greetings.
This is WTO Security Chief Donna Morgan. You were told to report to the air terminal. Very well, but do us a favor. The Minister of Culture lives in the penthouse here. We believe he is smuggling equipment and violating WTO import-export regulations. Search his apartment for a vault containing contraband.
Well, at least they can contact us even if we don't directly go after them.
You must be a new tenant. I don't recognize you.
You must know the ins and outs.
of this building.
Heck yeah. I've got the keys and codes for every door in this place. They all dismiss me as Lower Seattle trash. But I see more than they would like. Someday it's going to pay off.
You watch these people in their homes?
No, that's going too far. I just poke around when they're not home. There's a master code for all the apartment doors. For the penthouse, though, you need the key to the back door since the elevator's out again. Since my salary is a joke, both are for sale, if you're interested.
We don't have enough credits for these.
No thanks.
Suit yourself.
At least at the moment we don't. Looks like we cannot EMP our way through there yet. Ah.
Good work. You found Dr. Received's place. Now see what you can learn.
Right, multi-tools only go up to 4, annoyingly enough.
Wait, you're just going to leave without searching? Don't you want to know what's really going on? If they're really innocent, Tarsus and Nassif have no reason to hide anything from us.
Billy has a point.
Last chance, I mean it.
Make way.
Hey.
Right, don't do that in plain view. People don't like that, especially the guards. Zero Energy Research Project. That is, well, exactly what you'd expect. 0 point energy. It's a theoretical impossibility.
You made it in. Now start searching her apartment. Maybe there's a data cube or something.
What's this all about?
I wanted you to see more evidence that the program is corrupt. We weren't their proteges, just their guinea pigs. That's why I joined the Order.
So you're serious? Leaving all your work at Tarsus behind so you can join this church? How do you know we can trust them? They attacked the apartments and put us in danger.
I've been talking with their High Augur, Lin Mei Chen. There was some miscommunication about the raid, but the main objectives were still accomplished. They showed us what was really going on behind the scenes and freed us. I'm grateful, and you should be too.
Ungrateful? Miscommunication? They were shooting at us.
We're not exactly sure what went wrong, but there are some radical cells within the Order that want to take more extreme measures. They certainly don't represent the Order as a whole.
We've been with the program since we were 13 years old. Why are you so quick to abandon that? What can the Order offer you?
They really want us to find true balance and order in our lives, which can only be possible when we're not being subjected to secret experiments.
Tarsus gave us a lot. Maybe we owe them a chance to explain.
Don't be naive. Search Nassif's apartment, then go to the Order headquarters in the old Hartford Turbine warehouse in Lower Seattle. It will all become clear to you.
Billy's trying to explain, but she's not the Order did not show things well. They did not give us a good stepping on the... What am I trying to say? They did not give us a good first impression. After all, the world has been complicated since the collapse, and Tarsus essentially took us and educated us and gave us a career path, which is more what the Order has been able to seemingly do.
That sounds like it's from Mark Finley, Seattle's Minister of Culture. Now, why would he be talking to Nassif about hiding a shipment? Is Tarsus involved in some sort of smuggling operation?
It's a possibility. But it's also a possibility that, we don't need that. He could be talking about that. Particularly because Tarsus has quality candidates for potential employment. I mean, that'd be the only reason I would even consider that. Let us be stronger. I don't think we need the leech drone, so I don't think we need any more illegal biomods. The question is speed or silence going to be more useful to us? Again, speed involves jump distance, so that's jump height. But silent means silent, and has no energy cost associated with it. Considering our kind of melee-centric build, silent is better. And with that, we have the basics of a build. Health, invisibility, and smack 'em. The penthouse. So we have to go to the penthouse somehow. Which means we either need to get the codes or hack our way in.
Engaging.
Bot is down. It's a very, very angry bot. That is why EMP grenades are always useful. Okay, that gives us... would give us access to 226. I wonder if this is gonna work. No. That's a bad idea is what that is. Very, very bad idea. I have to keep a thought out for that.
This is gonna be fun.
Ow! 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 Well, that's actually annoying. I don't remember if they reset or not. I may have accidentally pissed them off. Permanently. No. Unusual. That's even weirder. Apparently wasn't the grenade that set them off. Must have been my smacking of the...
Hey.
Must have been the smack I gave the panel that for some reason really upset them. The nice thing is we can disable bots now that we have the EMP in our... Okay, that's the apartment. So actually, we didn't even have to go hacking to get into Nassif's apartment. We could have just vented.
Huh?
I'm not sure who you are. Mr. Coulter's private collection. I think we interrupted a robbery. I think we just interrupted a robbery accidentally. And another weapon mod. See, and that went... Secret vault door. A lot of concussion grenades. Aha! The Bolt Caster. This is an unusual weapon. It's basically the dart gun. It's basically the dart gun. It's basically the dart gun. It's basically a dart gun. Don't think we'll need the scrambler mine. Doesn't look like there was anything else going on in here. Just that strange man. Comes with a scope. That is kind of useful. So weird things going on in...
Out cold.
Hi. I mean, granted, that was a little unusual for me to just pop out of there.
You won't get away with this.
Who are you talking to, good sir? What has you so freaked out?
I'm on it. Hello.
Greetings.
Apparently that freaked out the NPC. How unusual. Well, that lets us get into the penthouse. This is wherever we need to go. And the vault is right here. So we need to keep an eye out for that. Seems awfully convenient. I can hear a bot. Oh, good lord. There it is. Disabled. The fact that we can physically punch and disable these lasers is actually amazing. But not that they're easy to access or anything. Nope, that is not the button I wanted to hit. Is that a data pad back there? Out of order. That's a bit of a questionable thing. Of course, there is the problem. Well, no, we can definitely sneak up and punch that. Okay. The lasers have been disabled. That is a good thing. But is that all the security he had? Was just some lasers and a robot? And no, he has a camera. There is in fact a camera. Nope, that is not going to work. Need to remember, I can't quite punch out a camera yet. We cannot quite punch out a camera. That, on the other hand, will disable it. And that also disabled the bot up there, too. Ah. Oh. I can, in fact, pick up multiple pairs of binoculars. Lacking that hacking mod is proving to be a minor annoyance. Truly a minor annoyance. Although the fact that we did just know the code is pretty interesting. This is in fact a very fancy, that's a fancy tub there. He's got art in here. What is that? That is a sword. Dr. Nassif, wait for the biolab scientist. The mag rail.
Looks like people from Tarsus are mixed up in that transaction. I'd like to know why they're running equipment to Mako ballistics, and why a weapon called the Magrail has been commissioned by the Knights Templar. Report to the air terminal. We have a lot to discuss.
You're not joking. Tarsus is involved. We now have what we just picked up is an energy weapon. Yes, this game does have energy weapons. It's not as fancy as the Dragon Tooth Sword. And it is a katana, which is a bit of an unusual choice. But it is in fact an energy weapon. And we can actually hold off on installing any further... we can hold off on installing any further weapon mods. Well, we've thoroughly examined here. Don't think there's anything else here. So back to the normal suites we go, which we've nearly fully explored. Though we are starting to run... I was gonna say, we're not low on multi-tools. We actually have 6 of them. And there's one apartment we haven't thoroughly looked at. And this should... That did in fact disable the electricity. Good. Now, one of the improvements, clearly, over the Unreal Engine 1... I keep picking up vices. Is the ladders work significantly better than they did in Deus Ex 1. Oh, let me guess, this is another way into the penthouse. Yep. Another way into the penthouse.
Can't believe I got stuck out here.
Make way.
Well, you again.
Yes, me again.
State your name and business.
Building manager. Need to check the pipes.
Mr. O'Rourke is sleeping. Try again tomorrow.
That man is definitely suspicious. So we'll just disable his security. Let's see, we don't have a nice way to break through, because we don't have the...
Huh? Looks like it's gone, whatever it was.
Hearing check. Security must have caught whoever was poking around.
I don't know what this lawyer was up to, but he was heavily guarded. He must have been up to something. Must have been up to something. I'm actually surprised that breaking in like that didn't trigger anything major. Oh, we picked up the shotgun. Really? Was it just this weird, heavily armed lawyer? Just a weirdly heavily armed lawyer. That seems unusual. I want to say there's clearly something else going on here. But nothing seems out of the ordinary. Other than there's no bathroom in here. Speak of that. Never mind. Spoke too soon. I found your secrets. Kevin O'Rourke. We've heard about that. Cairo archaeology. Sniper rifle even. And a concussion grenade. All right, have fun. Hopefully you're out of the severe weather that's hitting the middle of the country right now, or going to be hitting the country. So stay safe, and hopefully your work is quite good. We'll see you next time. Cannot silence the shotgun. Always disappointed when I cannot silence the shotgun. Always disappointing when you can't silence the shotgun. Spider bomb. Scrambler grenade. Yo, that's another EMP grenade. Now we've fallen into the difficult situation of all this good equipment and not enough space to put it. I don't think we're gonna need the shotgun. Or the sniper rifle, as much as I'm tempted to turn that into like an EMP sniper rifle. don't think we're gonna need that. But we do have an EMP pistol now. An EMP and silenced pistol at that. Well, we've thoroughly explored everything in here without, using a single penny. Old Seattle Overlook. Oh, there's goodies in there. I would so desperately want those goodies too. But that camera. That camera is a minor nightmare. We could disable it with one multi-tool, but that'd be one multi-tool for one multi-tool. Okay, that was not a smart decision. I thought a way of nicely bypassing that. Apparently that's not a field we can just disable like that. We'd have to use an EMP mine to actually do that. Which, well, there's not a lot of reason to actually do that.
Seek a higher path. Seek order. Join us for worship at the Hartford Turbine Factory in Lower Seattle. All are welcome.
So we still do have our choices. Well, let's see what the nightclub, what's up with the nightclub.
Welcome to Club Vox. We've got the latest NG Resonance Sim, the best music, and even a VIP club for your more private exchanges. You can pay the cover for the main club here.
Here you go.
Besides the usual offerings, we've got the latest NG Sim on the second floor. The owner usually hangs out up there where he can watch everything. If you need more privacy than the ground floor can offer, you might ask him about the VIP club. The stairs are on the right just after you enter.
Thanks.
Have fun.
Well, we have entered. Bouncer. Several bouncers. Several different kind of bouncers. Some WTO soldiers in here. Ah, there's the Minister of Culture.
Quite an uninhibited young fellow, aren't you?
What do you mean?
I saw you looking at me from across the room, and then you walked right over.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Ever since I became the Enclave's Minister of Culture, most people treat me with a certain chilly deference.
I'm new to Seattle. I didn't know who you were.
No, we didn't.
Well, that explains it then. I have a couple of drinks here every night, and every night I go home to an empty penthouse.
Well, I'm sorry, but if you're looking for someone to...
Hush, hush. Let an old man have his pleasant thoughts. Would you do me a favor?
What's that?
Yes, and I believe he hits on you regardless of your gender.
My penthouse to discuss his sculptures over a glass of sherry.
Why don't you tell him yourself?
I don't know. I just freeze up whenever I try to mix business and pleasure.
Well, we've already been to his penthouse.
Hi there.
Well, hello.
Just wanted to let you know that the man at the bar, Seattle's Minister of Culture, would like to invite you to his penthouse to talk about your sculpture.
Oh, I know quite well who the minister is, and how he likes to do business. I've been trying to catch his eye. Tell him I'll meet him at his penthouse in about an hour.
No problem.
Are you his new chamber boy?
Not exactly.
No, we are not.
Too bad.
What is the little sprout's answer?
He said he'd meet you at your penthouse in an hour. He seemed disappointed that I'm not your new chamber boy.
Would you like to be?
No.
Funny. You know you don't seem very shy to me.
I'm serious. I could give you the key to my back stairwell. You could have drinks and hors d'oeuvres ready before we arrive.
Ah, this is the other way we could have gotten into there.
I would love to be your chamber boy.
How precious. Why couldn't you waltz into my life sooner?
You sure you don't want to be alone with the sculptor?
Trust me, 3 is never a crowd. Now chop chop. Here's the key to the back stairwell of my penthouse. Stay in the kitchen till I arrive, or the bot will take offense. I live at the Emerald Suites. You can get to the hotel's lobby from the upper sidewalk.
Now, granted, we've just occupied it, but, you know, there's ways and means of doing things. NG Resonance is
Everything satisfactory, young man.
pretty good.
I'm the owner.
Just taking a look around.
Pardon the intrusion. but
For a
you're
fairly
modified,
basic EDM track, yes.
My cousin used to run a clinic.
What do you want to know?
Yes.
Just a small security matter. I've had trouble finding reliable protection. You see, one of my VIP club members is being framed by a lawyer living in the Emerald Suites.
What's the lawyer say the club member did?
The charges are pure fabrications. It doesn't matter. The lawyer is one Kevin O'Rourke. He lives in Suite 2226. To be blunt, I want him dead.
You're asking me to murder an Enclave citizen?
Tell his bodyguard that you're handling the SMG shipment for an arms smuggler named David Kurzak. That'll get you inside the apartment. Do this, and I will pay you a handsome reward, plus a VIP membership. Repeat anything I just said, however, and you will join Mr. O'Rourke in a long trip to Lower Seattle from the Space Needle Overlook. Thank you for choosing Club Fox.
Hi, I'm NG Resonance. What would you like to talk about?
I'm Bud Puckett. Remember me?
Bud, it's been 3 days. How was your date?
I don't know.
Come on, Bud. Fill me in. Did you
So,
hit it off?
she's some AI hologram.
Tell me about the young woman.
Well, first of all, she wasn't here.
Basically,
Hey, Angie, I have a question.
Yes?
therapist.
I know you're just software. You probably have holograms all over the world.
We'll have more fun if you pretend I'm NG.
But I was wondering, does the real NG ever see these conversations, like watch recordings or anything?
Sure. NG loves hearing from her fans.
Yeah?
But is a person, apparently. Or supposedly.
Got fired again. Time to start drinking. My boss is such a complete jerk. It's just a Pequod's coffee house. So I get fired because I won't go along with his plot against Weekly.
Oh, the coffee wars are beginning to spill out as well. Nope, not that. So for 300 credits, we just... The guy's unconscious, so we've already knocked him unconscious. So we might as well... just take care of him.
May Her Holiness seek a higher path, seek order. Join us for worship of the third back in Lower Seattle. All the way.
I mean, it's not like we don't have ways and means of taking care of him.
Hi.
Greetings.
That was anticlimactic. But that was kind of to be expected. Since we already snuck our way around, once again doing things out of order. But again, to be expected. The shenanigans you can get up to in a Deus Ex game. Well, Boss man? He's dead.
I took care of that lawyer, Kevin O'Rourke. He won't be bothering your customers anymore.
Splendid. Here's your money. I knew you were the type when you walked in the front door.
What about the VIP membership?
First, you must agree to abide by certain rules. Number one,
of course.
Membership is confidential. You do not disclose the names of other members to anyone. Understand?
Understood.
Number two, you stay in the VIP lounge. No snooping around club offices.
But of course.
Okay. The security door for the stairwell to the VIP lounge is on the ground floor. The code is 11413. Obey the rules and have a good time.
Now, there's a definite disadvantage to the way Invisible War handles security codes, which is yeah. Right, that's the VIP room. The way it handles its codes, you are required to talk to the people in order to use the codes. You cannot bypass the codes by just knowing them. It's an annoyance, but not a major one. Bartending ingredients. Bartending recipe. Wonder how good a recipe that actually is. It's just vodka, some raspberry cordial, and some cola. Sounds fairly basic to me,
Need
but...
anything? I'm here. On your side. Serious.
Omar.
The service you performed for my business associate is appreciated. Mr. O'Rourke was a danger to the sect.
My pleasure.
Your compensation will be access to our markets.
Must be pretty risky for the Omar to operate in the heart of Upper Seattle.
Without an Omar presence in WTO enclaves, the black market cannot operate internationally. Shall we conduct business?
Sure.
With your abilities, you will appreciate our merchandise.
Now
you
this...
may purchase now or an additional discount by providing another service to the Omar.
Go on.
This service will be a theft. In the basement of this establishment, the manager has hidden a cadaver, an unusual mutant he wishes to sell to a biotech firm. We are interested in the properties of the mutant's tissues, which are highly resistant to radiation and extreme temperature.
That sounds like a gray to me.
A carcass from a nightclub.
A tissue scan, please. The biological properties could be used to improve Omar adaptability. Or would you prefer to make a purchase now?
What are you selling?
I have a ballistic silencer, appropriate for any caliber barrel. Also a black market biomod canister, enables non-piezo chem functionality. I also have an SMG machine gun. As a regular customer, you must pay full price for each.
That biomod canister would be actually quite useful. But we don't have the cash for that.
Maybe later.
Very well.
Now the Omar. This is the first time you can encounter them. Something is definitely unusual about these people. They are in full-on enviro suits. Said in the basement. Question is, which one of these is the basement? And that's the exit. Ah, the basement's over here. So we'll throw it on a quick save and overwrite the Vox save. Just in case we need to. There's no telling what's down here. Some flares. That's unusual. Spider-Bot. It is in fact a gray.
A discount will be applied to all of your business transactions with our agents in Seattle. All our agents can be found at the Globebox VIP suite and on the streets of Lower Seattle.
That is in fact a gray. Shotgun, ammunition. Ooh, free credits though. A glass destabilizer. That's the word I'm looking for. What would be a good thing to put on the Galasti stabilizer, maybe? I wonder if it's possible to add that to the pistol. Make this a very, very useful pistol. No, it appears we can only have one from each level. So no glass destabilization. We'd have to put it in here. Now it's not like they've got anything else going on. Now that black market mod will be exceptionally useful.
The transgenic tissue scan you recovered from the basement is already producing improvements in Omar's survivability.
Glad I can help.
Omar adaptations will soon encompass every climate and biohazard on Earth, and many more environments that
I think they want to explore space.
Customer status, a 50% reduction in prices.
Oh, a 50%. That's generous.
Objective? Space exploration? What was that thing in the basement?
The Omar are an application of anagenetic evolution to rapid environmental change. In solving the problem of survival on a planet disrupted by wars and self-replicating hazards, we have solved other problems. The specimen you examined was a similar attempt to solve these problems.
Who made it?
A failed corporation named VersaLife. The Omar have learned much from the VersaLife laboratories abandoned after
Yep, Greys were manufactured by VersaLife.
That's my only reward? A discount?
Very well. In addition, you will be given one black market biomod canister.
Thanks.
Give me the other canister.
Give me the biomod canister.
The Omar appreciate your business.
And with that, we can now upgrade this to maximum. We know maximum EMP. Or we could have replaced our healing with hacking. That would also have worked. Let's see, I'm just looking at where the list of biomods are. And we really do have to figure out whether or not we want to go with the WT. We should at least hear the WTO out. And I believe they're at the metro station. They call it the metro station, but it's actually an air terminal. Might as well see what's in the vent. That's a thug. You go hide in the vent.
Come here.
That guy had a spider bomb. And they killed someone, clearly. Don't know why that tutorial message just now popped up. That's just weird.
Not moving. Uh-oh. I'm gonna take care of this.
Apparently they didn't like the bodies I tossed out.
God, I'm hit!
Make way.
That was unexpected. Unusual. I wonder if this camera's gonna hate us or not. Apparently, camera does not care that we're back here. Maybe I just bypassed security? Accidentally? In which case, whoops. Whoopsie. I did not mean to do that. My bad. I don't think I need this all this food. God, look at that pile of food. Well, let's go to the air terminal. That's funny.
Alex D. Chief Morgan has had a lot to say about you.
You could say
I haven't had
that.
the chance to talk to her yet.
Then be sure you talk to Chief Morgan as soon as you can. She's in Europe right now, but she'll address you from the holocom in her office. Go up the stairs, hang a right, and look for the management wing on your left.
Ah, so apparently she's not even in.
I told you, we can't trust Tarsus or the WTO. You really should come to our church and hear what the Order has to say. Her Holiness will open your eyes. May she watch over you.
Billy.
Attention. All outbound flights have been delayed. Please see the flight monitors for more information.
I don't know. The Order still kind of creeps me out. It's just a general thing. But there's most definitely... I don't want to hear them out necessarily.
What a strange day. All this commotion at the terminal.
Attention. All outbound flights have been delayed. Please see the flight monitors for more information.
They definitely did not... Wait. What are you doing here?
Trainee besides me
Hi, Clara.
to the authorities. Have you seen Leo?
No, but I've heard from Billy. She seems to be mixed up with the Order Church.
They can do what they want, I guess. I can't believe that Tarsus is a front after all those years of training.
What's going on back there?
A suspicious helicopter was circling the city. Fortunately, both the pilot and the aircraft are now in WTO custody.
Order reconnaissance?
The pilot will be interrogated. I shouldn't tell you more than that.
So you're on the WTO payroll now, huh?
I'm just glad I didn't have a reaction to whatever the Tarsus people were shooting into our veins, and now I've got a security assignment. That's all I ever wanted from that place.
So we can see that Billy's gone with the Order. And Clara has responded similarly in being anti-Tarsus. However, is not... She's upset about it. But not as bad as Billy has been.
Quite right on last night's shipment.
Yeah, it seemed like the paperwork was kinda odd on that one. They shuffled it back to the Flight Bay 24 storage room so quickly.
They said it was for someone who wanted his shipment and privacy protected. Huh. I never trust those late-night deliveries.
George wasn't even around to sign for it. The more you talk about it, the more I think we should look into it. Someone's probably trying to get around WTO import regulations again.
Yeah, someone is. And, from the looks of it, it's Tarsus. The Dentons, Myth and Mystery. Resolving the Grey Death Plague. So the plague was resolved, so they did use the Universal Constructor to stop the Grey Death. Initiate the collapse. Began as an agent for UNATCO. Joined Paul and the NSF Revolutionaries, that's correct. Neither Denton has been heard of. There's a universal freeze code for guns.
Chief Morgan, you wanted to see me?
I want to hear what you know about the terrorist attack that led to your escape from Tarsus Academy.
The Order wanted to stop the experiment. That's about all I know.
We were watching that facility ourselves. Ever heard of an organization codenamed Apostle Corps?
Sounds like a cult.
Apostle Corps made your biomods. I'm not blaming you, but the technology diverges wildly from piezochem biomods, the only ones approved for sale.
You're investigating this Apostle Corps for patent infringement?
Market disruption. The genius of the Apostle Corps product is that it restructures any host DNA to tolerate biomodification, whereas the standard infusions work for only 1 in 20 patients. Apostle Corps could go commercial and devastate biomod prices.
In other words, you want modified people to hold their value like real estate.
If you put it that way. We don't want another collapse. What you can do for us is follow up on your discovery at the Minister of Culture's penthouse. Check out the Mako lab north of town. We know they've been doing illegal weapons research, and that your former trainer, Dr. Nassif, has contacts there. You'll need to hire a pilot and leave at once.
You don't have any extra pilots?
The Chicago disaster is occupied
No.
every available craft.
No, they wouldn't.
You shouldn't have any trouble finding a pilot at the Greasel Pit Bar in Lower Seattle. I don't care who flies you in, just get there. Mako is developing a new firearm called the Magrail. In addition to finding Nassif, the WTO needs an agent who can get us the Magrail schematic. I hope that will be you, Alex.
Guess I better check out the Greasel Pit.
The WTO is fighting an invisible war against several formidable enemies. Give us your loyalty, Alex. We need it.
currently, we don't have to force ourselves to choose an option. Post-collapse world, commercial air travel is virtually non-existent. Contract mercenary pilots for air transport. There apparently are multiple pilots you can choose from.
What about the situation in the Inclinator?
Still unresolved. Our people have the area closed to pedestrians.
Please accept the sincere apologies of standard security. Our people should have screened out the terrorists at the lower Seattle entrance.
I'm not blaming you personally.
I'm the one who has to face the music, especially given the Chicago situation.
I have to admit, there's been some talk here of replacing SSC security guards with WTO military. I expect there will be some fallout. Just wanted to let you know that we have the situation in hand.
Ah, that's the civic manager.
What do you want? I'm busy.
Sorry.
If you're asking about the Inclinator, I don't know. Some sort of toxic spill. We're on it.
Oh.
Actually,
If you're worried about the terrorist attack, don't be. WTO security did its job. The Order Church won't try something like that again.
I'm sure you have everything under control.
And don't make me file another complaint about corruption. I'm up to my ears in corruption. Smugglers, dodgy business owners. Meanwhile, half of Lower Seattle banging on the walls wanting citizenship in this suit.
I just came by to talk to Chief Morgan.
Oh, you the guy with covert ops training?
Yes.
You want to make my day? Bring me the balance sheet for that dive nightclub, Vox, down at the end of the block.
One of those dodgy business owners?
Tax evasion, I'm pretty sure. That small-time cheat probably keeps his books in his office on the second floor. Bring me hard evidence against Vox, and I'll hand over a generous citizen's bonus. How's that? We've had 3 nightclubs on that spot in less than a year. Fronts, all of them.
Oh, that's the ammo scavenger mod. No, it's a shame we have the glass destabilizer and silencer. I don't know why these ones are not stacking. That's weird. You think they would have stacked. Soda, bar. I turned off the cameras.
Come back and tell me what you find out.
Yeah, I can do that, boss. We have to head to Lower Seattle anyway.
Please refer to section 40723 of your field manual.
So either way, we should at least look at Vox and see if he's up to some shady business. I just don't know why the multi-tools are not stacking like they should. It's just weird. Sometimes these older games have some weird coding issues, or it could be from the mods I've got installed. It's hard to say. It's the Historical Overlook site.
Seek order. Join us for worship at the Hartford
Haha! That does in fact work beautifully. That that glass destabilization mod is, oh, I like it already. And it coming from the bolt caster just feels right.
Once I was like you, mindlessly pursuing.
Well, we should see if Vox is actually up to anything suspicious. Especially if it's the third one they've had up here in 6 months. Something shady's going on.
Greetings.
Minding my own business, officer.
Don't know what the Omar was going on about. Let's see, they said his on the 2nd floor.
Got fired again. Time to start drinking. It's all yours.
Haha. Another multi-tool? That ad. Why does this one not want to stack with its brothers? That's just very weird. Why does this one multi-tool not want to stack with its brothers? There we go. An EMP proxy mine.
Gobs everywhere, but I'm wise to the ways.
Okay, so that's our shenanigans to get in. You go in here. I hear Spider Bot. It's got to be in there. Ow. Okay, he's got an SMG in his closet. It's a bit unusual, but not the worst in the world. Traffic. Extreme battle modification is crazy. Okay, we got the soft key. Credits. Might as well use up the one that's not stacking. And the concussion grenade. Definitely got something going on.
You found the financial data that the Enclave civic manager is interested in. Evidence of tax evasion, I bet. I'm sure he would be happy to give you a citizen's bonus if you reported the information to him at the WTO terminal.
Yes, thank you, Captain Morgan. I don't need a concussion grenade. Still, what was the bouncer doing up here?
Hey! Say bye-bye.
Well, let's not do that and piss off the and make it obvious that we were in here, shall we? Hey, boss.
Hi, I'm NG Resonance. What would you like to talk about?
You must know everybody in the club.
Let's talk about you.
Tell me about Bud Puckett.
I like Bud. He's one of my biggest fans.
What
Oh,
can you
is
tell
he?
me about the VIP area?
You're the one who went inside. You tell me. I'm curious. Even the WTO authorities have been excluded, and they lack justification for a search warrant.
What do we want to say about the market? I mean, technically, we're not wrong to say that. But it sounds like she's looking for information.
I checked out the VIP area. No big deal. Just a bunch of suits.
Thank you. The authorities will be informed.
Do I get a reward?
Rewards can be granted only for information related to a crime.
Valid. I mean, technically we could have turned in the Omar. Not a lot of reason to. They've been nothing but helpful to us. And the Omar have been nothing but helpful to us, so... And we'd probably lose instantly our 50% discount. Even if it just does extend to Seattle itself.
Seek a higher path. Seek order. Join us for worship at the Hartford Turbine Factory in Lower Seattle.
Unfortunately, well, while we're here, we might as well turn in... get the extra credits. It's a good thing no one really cares about, the security officers that are unconscious guarding the entrance terminal to the airport. That's good.
I took a peek at the club's records.
Yeah? What's that scumbag up to? Give me something I can get a warrant with, and it means a citizen's bonus to you.
Here's the data I uncovered. Looks like the owner has some undeclared sources of income.
I knew it! That man's made a fool out of me for the last time. By tomorrow, he'll be eating rats out of a Queequeg's dumpster. Mark my word. Here's your reward. I have some subpoenas to write.
$1,100 credits. That's a pretty good amount of credits. Money has been a lot more plentiful in Invisible War than it was in Deus Ex. Well, regardless, we have to go to Lower Seattle at some point. We've basically explored all of Upper Seattle, so either way we have to... No matter which way we have to go about it.
The new face of hate. They call themselves the Knights Templar.
Yeah, we've seen that one before.
Unauthorized contact.
Sorry, didn't realize you were touchy. Goodness, robot. Goodness gracious, robot. Well, what are you guys up to? That's a much more detailed rap battle than was in Deus Ex. Who would put lights on the sides of a dumpster? That just seems like shenanigans.
Hey, you, come here.
What for?
You live here? It's my first time topside. What's a good place to go shopping?
Easy, Red. Mr. P said to lay low.
You deaf? I said I want to get me a fly leather outfit like the one you're wearing.
Come on, man, back off. Why every time we do a job you gotta skits and get us all fired?
P said stand here. I'm standing here, and now I want to go shopping. Only thing is I can't afford the Phoebesville markup. That's where you come in.
Here, tell me about this
I could
Mr.
fight
P.
you, I guess, but okay. How about I give you a down payment on a leather jacket if you tell me about this Mr. P?
Understood. Business is business, right?
Right.
Now, what about Mr. P?
What about him?
I'm paying for information.
Red sure run a drag on that uptown Phoebe. Hey, yo, get serious, y'all. P's coming any second. Supposed to get busted out an hour ago.
Hush up. Talk about getting us fired.
Busted out? You guys standing point for some sort of jailbreak?
I think you got your money's worth. Now stab out and keep your mouth shut. Bet you thought I was gonna rip you off, huh?
I mean, yeah. That is kind of what it felt like. Okay, that's another scavenger mod.
Just trying to script a living any way I can.
Go away, man.
Right, I took out the concussion grenades.
Uh-huh, that's right. I thought this place was supposed to be a fortress. You uptown thieves sure like to talk.
Always giving me hell.
I am very tempted.
You're getting kind of clingy, man.
I know. I'm sorry, dude. Now, to the Inclinator we go. And I think when we get to Lower Seattle is probably where we're going to have to call it for today. Yep, that's stacked.
A bonus? You expect me to walk into a chemical spill for a few extra credits?
What about you?
Are you kidding? Without a hazmat suit?
Every minute the Inclinator is offline, we're all losing money. Think about that.
You weren't on the platform when that stuff spilled. I don't even want to guess what it does to a person long term.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, the Inclinator is closed until we get this toxic spill cleaned up.
Don't you have any hazmat workers or bots to take care of it?
One nanoformer bot, but it's been so long since we've had an emergency that it's fallen apart. I can't believe someone tried to slip toxic waste past us.
Can it be fixed?
The only
Possibly.
guy with the code for the repair bot's closet is trapped on another platform. We've also got a hazard flush system, and we've got the code for that one, 4781. But the remote access is damaged. I'm trying to get one of these fools to go up to the balcony overlooking the bay to hit the master control, but they're afraid of crossing through the spill.
We're not letting ourselves get threatened into
I mean, don't blame them.
You can't fire us for having some common sense.
I never said I'd fire you. I just said that we're losing money over this, and I may have to let someone go afterwards.
Right.
Anyway, I'm hoping to find someone with more guts than these guys to do some quick contract work for a decent number of credits. If you manage to take care of it, report back to me so I can pay you. Until then, no one's going to be able to get down to Lower Seattle.
For 100 credits. I think that getting that bot up and online is probably a good idea.
You're nearing the toxic spill the facility director told you about. The WTO is reaping the benefits of its harmful industries. I guess a little pollution is all in a day's work up there. The area's been closed off, and they've deployed bots to patrol and secure it. May Her Holiness watch over you as you face these obstacles.
Ooh, it's an angry bot, is what it is. That's another bot.
Analyzing evasive tactics. Violating this zone security provisions.
There's the other bot.
Target located.
Ow!
Analyzing evasive tactic.
Disabled. Okay, that bot's been defected. Right, and melees can, and my melee now can, in fact, just scramble bots. So short-term scramble is useful for bots. Or we could have snuck past them. Could have disabled or scrambled him. Ooh. That is, in fact, nasty. Stop crouching. Why are you automatically crouching? That seems weird and shenanigans. There we go. Now we're going. Now we're above the toxic spill. A little bit, at least. Wonder where the guy is. They said he's on another platform, but which platform? Oh, there's the bot. Definitely looks like the bot's seen better days. That much is plainly obvious. Ugh. Oh, that's just a ladder. Huh. I got thrown through the world. That's not supposed to happen. That's very weird. I'm not sure why we got thrown through the world, but we did. Shenanigans. Stupid rat. So this is where the facility director was at. Apparently she's a chain smoker. I mean, I couldn't really blame her, considering the shenanigans that clearly go on here. Of course, whether or not she is actually to blame or not. Ow. Yeah, there's the bot. Ugh.
Bearing damage.
Oh, hello.
Functionality restored. Total repair solution guarantee. Initiating repairs. Repairs complete.
This should, in fact, repair that bot, I think. Please tell me you'll repair that bot. Yes, you will.
Public repair platform.
Good work. The area is clear. Natural balance has been restored. You should meet with the facility director to let her know she can reactivate the inclinator now.
Okay, the bot has been restored. Good. I still want to find out where that guy was. Let's see, that's where those bots were. Was he maybe up here? Nah. None of that looks like worth using a tool on. I might as well activate the hazmat flesh system too. It's not like it's gonna cause any bigger problems if we didn't. Hey, there you are, dude.
It's safe to leave this platform now. The spill's been cleaned up.
Thanks. I'm glad I didn't have to deal with it. I hope the director's paying you a fair wage, but in case she isn't, you might want to check out the repair bot storage closet if you haven't already. The code is 13490. Grab whatever you need. You earned it.
Commencing procedures complete. Detox successful.
I didn't see anything in the repair bot closet.
Routine detection continuing. Accidental collision. Total repair solution guaranteed. Systems updated twice daily from a global
Glad someone finally took care of it.
Yeah. I don't recall there being anything in there. Well, we succeeded in cleaning up the mess. Their mess, but yeah.
I've taken care of the problem. The area is no longer hazardous.
Fantastic. Here's a few credits for your trouble.
Your fellow man is also safe.
Thanks again for taking care of that mess.
Thanks for braving that mess.
I mean, one of us had to. I mean, granted, there's no hazmat suit, but someone had to do it.
Greetings.
Well, off we go to Lower Seattle.
Looks like things are getting back to normal.
To some degree. Oh. That's a bot down there.
Things are getting weirder all the time. Looking good.
Well, we might as well see what's in here. Medkit, an SMG, another EMP converter. Nothing else up there. And just an overlook? And just an overlook. Yeah, don't really need that. Not sure why that spider bot was down there. Shenanigans. I think that bot was up to shenanigans.
Glad the director found someone to clean up the spill.
I mean, she did. Just. Still up at 9 multi-tools. That's a Pretty fair amount. That's a fair amount of multi-tools. Okay, no good there. All that's left is to exit to Lower Seattle. Oh, that looks like a Gressel, alright. Or maybe one of the other ones. Well, here we are. Lower Seattle. Right next to the Gressel pit. And with that, having reached Lower Seattle, we have begun the journey of Alex D. With a surprising number of mods already installed. Like, we already have one at maximum level. Everything else is going very well so far, so who knows? Who knows how much further we have to go before the build is fully complete. It seems to be going a lot faster than how long it took us in Deus Ex. But we can also no longer hack things if we want to regenerate health. And trust me, as much as I'd love to hack everything, you know, all the security cameras and all that good stuff, regenerating health is probably more important. So, we'll see y'all next time. Actually, I should say this, and I should have said this earlier. I'll make a post for it on YouTube. Due to the unfortunate weather that's coming through most of the middle of the United States. There's going to be an additional stream, I want to say about 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. And that's going to be Final Fantasy XI to try and make up for the shenanigans that have been happening around Final Fantasy XI. And I think it's mostly I'm been slightly demotivated with the sheer volume of not really accomplishing anything in the standard stream times. It's kind of got me a little bit demotivated about it. But because we're going to be doing a 4 p.m. guerrilla style stream, it'll go on for several hours. So that should free me of that funk I've been getting into with it, among the other shenanigans that just keep going on. And when I say tomorrow, I mean today. I mean 4 p.m. Wednesday. But we'll see everyone then. Stream after that will be, again, Final Fantasy XI on Thursday, 9:30 in the morning. So yeah, all sorts of fun. We'll see y'all next